Hey party people, how's it going? It's time for more Freedom Planet because it's Shadog Mila Bassett on the scene again, taking a bite out of crime and sniffing out things that don't quite smell right. Yeah, that's the energy we're bringing today. Yeah, I don't know. How's it going? It's more Freedom Planet. Happy to get to it. We're, after this, we should only have, Nero left to do. I'm pretty confident I can get rid of or get through the last couple Battle Dome challenges and then just mosey right on over into beating Murga's ass once again. Shouldn't be too bad today. Today's starting topic is the fact that two of my ceiling lights have been out for a good couple of days now. And, well, they're not quite out. They're strobing, and so I choose to act as if they were out because otherwise my eyes are going to go into epileptic shock, and you know, nobody wants that. I mean, it might make for a good stream highlight, but you won't get any more highlights after that. And so instead of using my normal ceiling lights that I do, I've had kind of like the light switch on I've been using the lights that are like in my fan instead of the lights that are in my ceiling. And this provides good enough lighting for the room, but the reason I'm talking about this is because right before stream, I kind of just looked up and saw that like the emergency like water sprinkler pipes on my ceiling are like having shadows cast at them from these fan lights, which doesn't normally happen when I use the ceiling lights because the ceiling lights are above the pipe that are suspended slightly below the ceiling. So you actually get a perspective thing on this one, and because of the rotation of the fan blades, the shadows have this very clean, like oscillating effect, as if it's kind of like you're looking at a, like an old LCD screen type game, and it's just like certain segments are lighting up. There's no like actual transition animation between it or anything. So I do have some kind of strobing, but at the very least, it's strobing of darkness rather than strobing of two ceiling fan lights absolutely burning out my eyes. So that's interesting enough. I might send that later, because that's like it's a little science thing. It's a little bit of a curious minds like to observe their natural environment. I think fucking Socrates and Plato would have a field day with this. They'd be like, my god, this guy's discovering the hidden truths about light and darkness in the universe. I'm just saying, I would have been an excellent scientist, like top of my field in the year like 60 AD. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, yeah, so we're just gonna get started with the Milo playthrough as always. We're gonna get to do all the Battle Dome stuff first, get our true ending locked in, and then go and see what cute stuff Mila has to say to Murga, because I'm guessing she's gonna have some kind of like, Miss Murga, please, you don't need to do this. We could be friends. Lilac, Carol, they're good people. Don't do this, because, she's literally like 12. She likes to play with her fire trucks and draw with her crayons. So, anyways, yeah, let's get on with it. Cool. Alright. Off we are. Nope, that's not the right button. I guess now that I've played, now playing Extreme 2, I don't know how to navigate an inventory now. And navigate a game with normal controls. Challenge level impossible. When playing a game that doesn't have a dash button like every other Mega Man X game does, and decides that if you keep your control scheme from Extreme 1, you're going to be very confused. Yeah, it turns out it's going to mess with you. You're going to accidentally be, well, not swapping weapons because I didn't have that bound correctly, but you're going to be accidentally opening the menu all the time because start now actually functions like how a start button should and opens a goddamn menu instead of dashing. But it's like, wait, the previous game didn't do that. Uh-oh, this is all sorts of messed up. That's right, I should use bullets on this guy. Or maybe not. Oh, I should, like, keep myself alive. Control binds do be like that. It's crazy. Welcome, Score. I was also definitely getting tilted at Extreme 2 last night. It's been a while since it's been a while since a Mega Man game has tilted me like that on stream. It was only somewhat recently that playing Day in the Limelight 2 and what was the other game I tried playing? Mega Man Dongs. Those kind of pissed me off, but that was in the Discord, so you know that totally doesn't count. Super. There we go. That's how I get a Cube Blaster. It's been too long. I haven't played Mila in a bit. Just Tank Pangu up here. No big deal. Syntax feels like it switched phases early? Question mark? That was strange. Right. Come on. Nope. Get the last little... I gotta get the last little zit. There we go.
My stones! We have a new record!
I feel like that's the first time I've jumped onto the platform that raises in the background. I think that's how this cutscene is supposed to go. Usually I just end up idling on the spike bar at the bottom and completely break things. That's funny. Gonna be weird in a few weeks, like actually not playing Freedom Planet. I think I've been playing something Freedom Planet for literally the last like 8 or 9 months now. I sorely underestimated how long it would take to actually get through both Freedom Planet 1 and 2, all characters back to back. I don't regret it, because, like I said, I know that I would not have remembered to come back to these games. Not that I don't like them, but just one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Instead of playing a game or an experience I haven't done before, why don't I just play another Mega Man randomizer? Yeah, that sounds about right. By the way, ready to get up on the cave story next. That's going to be really fun. A very nice trip down nostalgia lane for me. I haven't played that game in, God, well over like 15 years. And that was a good game. One of my first experiences, and as I'm sure it was for many, with indie gaming. And yeah, Cave Story is a real one, and real ones themselves know that. I've also actually looked at another. I'm not gonna play it anytime soon. I think I might just make it an off-stream kind of game. But there is like a game I saw from like, funnily enough, there's this guy I watch who like just came out of a hiatus, and he normally does like videos on like Balatro deck analyses and things like that. And he kind of just so happened to also come back with a video on a like 3D platformer called Big Hops that came out recently. And it seems to be like a very momentum-based 3D platformer, which with having like Tears of the Kingdom style inventory mechanics, where it's like you have inventory items that can allow you to like do shit like create platforms or flip gravity in a small location, or you know, summon like a minecart or something to ride around in. But you otherwise have kind of free reign over the 3D environment and have the opportunity to build up like, you know, big speed and big jumps and stuff like that. Which honestly sounds cool as hell. I mean, the guy, you know, talking about it recommended the video, you know, pretty highly, so like I'm already going into it with a high opinion. But, you know, just on its own, it sounds really cool, because like, oh, cool, that's, you die that way. Let me like restart that challenge. Because like I have mentioned before, like my favorite 3D Sonic is Sonic Frontiers. I really just enjoy you know, the idea of a Sonic game where you get to wander around and like do all of Sonic's cool control or big speed type stuff, while also get to have all of Sonic's cool, big speed, fast controls, you know, kind of gameplay going on, while also, like, kind of having a big physics playground to mess around in. Basically, my favorite Sonic game, if it existed, would be a combination of Banjo-Kazooie and also, you know, Sonic controls. I think that would be the best thing possible, and this game kind of seems like it gets a little bit there. I mean, it doesn't, you know, precisely have Sonic controls, but it does seem like you can go fast if you know how to work with your momentum and stuff like that. So, I don't know, I'm interested. If I end up actually playing it, I'll report on stream, you know, how good it is, and see if it's worth a recommendation. I think the only reason I don't want to wait to play it on stream is, one, I already have, you know, the lineup I've mentioned between Cave Story and finishing this game and playing Mega Man and stuff. It's like, alright, that's already a pretty full schedule. I'm not gonna... If I wait to stream it, then I'm not gonna get to play it until, like, you know, months from now. You know, also, it's good to just play a game for myself for once. Not just in, like, the derivative Mega Man kind of, you know, randomizers and stuff like that, which are fun, but, you know, it's something I could easily excuse just to be like, oh, I can do this on my own, because I can always replay it and get a new experience, right? Plus, you know, I have no idea if I'm actually really going to enjoy this Big Hops game that I'm, you know, hyping up right now. Like, yeah, sure, it seems good, but, you know, there's also a handful of reviewers just being like, actually, I don't like this game, it don't control good, and I don't like it, but at the same time, that's also, people say that about, like, basically any roguelike, and that's just because people are bad at video games, generally. I mean, hell, you get some pretty shitty reviews for Noida, and that's one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, yeah, there's at least a handful of shitty reviews for people who just, like, can't get into the fact that this game kicks your ass constantly. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, a game that kicks my ass constantly, let's go. This is a masterpiece. Just not understood by anybody else. You know, bullet spamming is probably the most effective thing to do against these guys now that I think about it. It's the most effective thing to do against Serpentine, so it probably ends up being the most efficient damage-wise against most of these characters. Although if I'm in a shitty situation like that, maybe let's do this instead. Yeah. I mean, I think I just tore through my own health there, but yeah. Did this feather guy die already? I've definitely pumped him full of dashes and bullets. There we go. And Snipe turned him around. Awesome. What else? Oh yeah, we were discussing in the Discord too with the fact that, like, you know, I'd hit 200 subs, but I didn't really have anything planned for it. I think that somewhere along the line, I said, like, you know, 250 would be the next celebration. And now it actually seems like it's close enough to where it's like, huh, maybe I should think about that a little bit more, actually. What am I going to do for 250? And I think the answer is going to actually be the Mega Man Jeopardy that, if you're in the Discord, you might remember Grim mentioned many an aeon ago, but we just kind of... It just kind of fizzled out due to either, you know, everyone else, some other people being busy, or, not just being busy, but also, like, being busy or kind of just gone, taking a hiatus kind of thing. Or also, especially just me being kind of busy and preoccupied with stuff. But this actually seems like it'd be the perfect time to do that. So I think at 250 subs we'll have a Jeopardy stream where Grim has prepared a handful of Mega Man trivia questions, and it'll be on us to answer them all. I think it'll be a good time. You know, a good way to test and see who actually has the most Mega Man knowledge of us all. I mean, if Grim wasn't being the host, I would say it is him. He has absolutely impeccable knowledge of everything Mega Man. But given that he's hosting, well, it won't be him then. Probably not me either, because we did a test run once, and it's like, oh yeah, there are some... It's funny, the very basic things I don't know, but then there's also like, oh yeah, I know that like 1 in 500 identify this character question. Yeah, it's no problem. Okay, this is not working. There we go. Gentle nudge. By the time that happens, you'll probably participate. I mean, hey, well, it'd be pretty fun, you know, to have you participating. I think we probably... I mean, the lineup we had for a while was myself, Proto, Ilvo, and Pink / Coolant / whatever nickname of the week they decide to go by. Here, okay, we're reconnected again. Great. Now just give everybody a couple seconds to fast forward. Be sure to catch up. All right, and we're back. Be sure to catch up. Okay. As I was saying, yeah, probably gonna end up having to have 2 different people in for Ilvo and Pink just due to availability, but maybe not. I don't know. We'd have to try and reset and confirm everything once more. So, if you two end up watching this stream, just know that I'm not just writing you off instantly and for nothing. I'm just saying, you know, odds are likely. The Magic 8 Ball is telling me. But yeah, no. If Score, you end up being available and we need somebody, then be happy to bring you along. Surprised, I mean, you know, no judgment. I'm just surprised that you're not already in the Discord, actually. Just for how long you've been around. There's no shame in it. I mean, you know, there's not all platforms are for all people, but it's just a curiosity in my mind. Oh god, right. I have to actually figure out how this one works again. Now I don't just have jump discs to just break it like before. So wait, do I need to... Can't raise it all the way. Gotta lower it back down again. Okay. Fair enough, Score. Tis not like, you owe me an explanation anyways. Bum, bum. It is amazing that no matter how many times I do this puzzle, I still don't remember how to do it. You're gonna see me struggling to complete it once again once we get to play as Nira, because I will have completely forgotten how the fuck I'm supposed to do anything here. Alright, there we go. Launch. Oh, too much launch. Big launch. Yoink. Alright, there we go. Hell yeah.
We have a new record!
Y'all also might notice there's the chat has a higher % chance of being a little emptier than usual today. There are other commitments that about half of the core audience currently has tonight that I won't disclose. But there's a good reason why it might feel a little bit sparse tonight. Still, I'm excited. It'll be something that, all I could say is that it'll be something in the future I can promote as, go watch this person's channel. I'll be there. Oh, they specifically made that immune for this fight. That makes sense, but is annoying still nonetheless. I hate those damn enemies, so I wanted to get rid of them. Ow, that was loud. Hit, Mila? No, don't fall. Okay, good. That was a close one. I'm very good at getting stacked audio, yeah, it seems. Between, you know, Mag Mammal and, Freedom Planet, I'm very good at finding, ways to blow your eardrums out. Ooh, that was a sick move. That was definitely intentional. Reflecting the fire downwards like that. Oh, there's a platform here in the middle now? I don't remember that happening for Melon Bread. I mean, I'll take it. Ow. Alright, you know, thankfully Mila has the speed burst. I think she can, actually has a pretty decent chance of... Okay, never mind. She's not gonna outrun Melon Bread very easily. Worked out, though. Let's see. Somewhat recently, I also got, like, a bunch of, not a bunch of, I bought, like, those water flavoring drops because I drink a lot of water, and while I've been good about just drinking a lot of plain water for many years, I have now come to the fact that I would occasionally like to drink not plain water, and so I bought those, like, little flavoring drops, to add in every once in a while recently. You know, not an every time thing. I don't have mold in my teeth. I don't hate the taste of water entirely. Just want variety. And on accident, it turns out I bought one that is like, that has caffeine in it. And I think that sometimes it's trying to kill me because, look, this thing is a free squeeze bottle, and like, yeah, I could just get out the teaspoon so I could always get out the correct recommended dosage, but also like, it's a free squeeze bottle. I'm not gonna do that. That takes time and like effort. I'm just gonna eyeball it every time, and hopefully I don't give myself a lethal dose of caffeine. But it does feel like the last couple times I have tried to use it, I have definitely had some overactive heart rate kind of feelings. It's only supposed to be 90 milligrams per, you know, a given dosage. But like I said, it's, you know, the tagline of it, you know, being like just a squeeze is like, well, I'm going to do just a squeeze, and hopefully that's not more than whatever the recommended standard unit for a squeeze is. So, if Crash ends up having a cardiac issue one day because he accidentally drank his not gamer sups, just regular sups, then you'll know why. Because he did not, in fact, dose out his stuff correctly. Alright, there we go. Now we finally have all our items. We can go back to Okinawa as always. Oh, right. because we actually need to go there via the story. Let's go back to the palace. Oh wow, doing those perfectly actually builds some serious speed. Look what I've been missing out on. I've been missing out on tech this whole time. Yes, finish your business, and I'm ready to leave, Serpentine. Let's go.
Enemies detected.
You know, I always know Serpentine's, like...
Belay that. These are our
His
allies.
big mech is supposed to be like a Cobra, kind of with like its hood out, but in like a stylized robot fashion. But it, I don't know. It looks either like a lion to me, or like, kind of like a bat with big ears. It doesn't quite get across the animal it's going for.
There. All done. Now
We leave right now.
Excellent. To Baccanoa.
Oh wait, there's all the rocks that Mila's packing.
What did you pack? Rocks?
Just brought a few potion materials to be on the safe side. And some lab equipment and safety equipment and...
Bah, whatever. You're lucky I overcompensated for how heavy you lot are fourfold.
Rude assessment of our weight aside.
Engage!
As you wish, sir.
Also, I never really thought about this. This is a cool ass mech if it both doubles as a you know, as a land hand-to-hand combat mech and a fucking starship too. It has a lot of different aspects to it.
Brilliant. Then I'm heading straight for the power core.
You mean you know how to get there?
It's there.
Right. Of course not.
I don't see you knowing where the power core is, Miss Sash Lilac. We're all just looking for it. Anyways, it's time for Sonic Adventure 2! Wait a minute, hold on. I never saw that before. That's useful. I'll take a free 2 HP at the beginning. Okay, so if I do that on the ground, I'm going to lose momentum. Don't want to do that on the ground. And I missed all the bullets. Excellent. Okay. It's almost cheating because it's the title screen background, but, and they, you know, of course it's designed to look very good, but, like, this is probably my favorite background art in all of Freedom Planet 2. Just seeing a top-down view of Avalis like this with all the lasers going on and the rocks and the kind of, like, you know, dirt ring the planet seems to have to it, it's very cool. It's just unfortunate that it does go right into the ship afterwards, which is decidedly a little bit more boring, but, I mean, you know, it is in fact a starship. It is not as cool as the space that it is flying over.
Foolish children, you will die here.
Children, I might be 9 years old, and I might be immature, but what was the last part? Oh yeah, something about the fact that I have, like, really powerful green blocks. I don't care how old you are, if you have big green blocks, if you have green bricks, you are, you know, you're threatening enough to be considered an adult. I don't think I could tell you to not drink or purchase tobacco products at my establishment if you could just hold a big green block to my head. I could try, but I don't think it's gonna end well for me.
Nothing gets in my way.
Be back in the bouncy machine. Ignore this guy, because why would I fight him? here, get some crystals, because money good. No, leave that guy. He's not causing me any trouble. He's throwing the occasional baseball. I can handle playing a baseball minigame at the same time as I play a pinball minigame. Unless that pinball minigame is Kirby's pinball, in which case I will never beat a single level of that game. And have no interest in trying. I know I'm not collecting them, but why not? I'll go back for that that treasure box. Give me that. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else recently happening or that's been interesting? I mean, I was kind of mentioning on stream last night that I got interrupted by all of the Extreme 2 nonsense that was occurring. But I did kind of mention that I am trying to maybe clean out my mental health a little bit again and reclaim my attention span by not doing, like, watching videos and by not watching videos, only listening to music while I do work, while either at work or just doing, you know, stream prep stuff at home. Today was day 1 of that experiment. Well, I guess it's actually in day 2, because I did work yesterday, but today I was actually back in the office, so it was a much more of an earnest attempt. I can actually say my brain does already feel a little bit cleaner, sharper, and less worried about the next entertaining thing I can find. So hopefully this is actually worth it, because my god, work is such a much more boring experience. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? Get this, work is in fact not play, and it kind of sucks and is boring. I mean, it's not like my job has me doing anything particularly, you know, infuriating, such as dealing with the general public constantly. But it is still very boring, kind of pushing my papers all day and reviewing shit from grad students that kind of could give a rat's ass half the time. But yeah. It's a shame that I seem to have to relearn this lesson of actually stay focused while working a couple times. Like, every few years I have to relearn the damn lesson. Like, I knew this in college, or I had to learn the lesson a few times in college because, oh, does this? Yeah, it reflects. Oh, okay, it kind of reflects. Because, you know, obviously with due dates and everything, it's like, well, okay, you can only dick around for so long before your sleep and your grades start suffering. But then it's like, okay, enough time has passed. I feel like I'm so good at multitasking now, I don't need to be responsible anymore. I can go back to watching a stream half-heartedly at the same time as I go and do my, you know, homework or whatever. But then that comes to bite you in the ass because your brain's actually not used to doing such a thing. It's bad for you. But, you know, your hubris gets in the way. At least my hubris does get in the way. And so it just so happens, like, well, alright, time to have to relearn this yet again. Why being focused is actually a virtue, rather than a, just, you know, a boring adult thing. Haha, bye, I guess I used some of that time to listen to Foghat for the first time today. That old rock band. I only ever knew of them from only ever knew of them from, like, my dad used to have, like, this kind of dumb, but also pretty funny hat that it's literally just a black and white hat, and it has the word fog written on it, but not even in like the style of the band, how the band writes fog. Just says fog, but it's his fog hat, and it's kind of funny in a very stupid way. But that's the only exposure I've ever previously had to the band, and actually listening to them again, or listening to them directly on the album, yeah, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I will have to investigate it even further, because the first thing I listened to them was a cover of Sweet Home Chicago, and as a Chicago boy at heart, you know that I enjoyed that. Even though you'd think Sweet Home Chicago would be one of those things that, like, oh, this is just like a stadium bop, or it's like what, you know, jazz groups play when they come to Chicago because they have to, it's in the title. It's actually, it's genuinely a banger. Even, it's not a tourist thing, it's even the Chicagoans themselves love it too. I don't believe the ship poses much of a threat compared to other dangers we have faced. What concerns me is Murga. Well, yeah, I mean, Murga did, like, trounce us back there. Welcome to El Laboratorio de Mila Mark III! We are going into battle, and we need my strongest potions. Oh, there we go. We had the strongest potions joke. Pack it up, everybody. We've achieved peak comedy, millennial humor. Ha 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 ha! My potion's too powerful? Ponder. Yeah. I'm leaving. I'm like the only person in the world who doesn't find that joke or meme funny. I don't know why. It's just not particularly good or interesting to me. Also, I'm kind of just realizing that this is like the only... Of all of the dorks that, you know, Murga hired to help her do her whole Bacchanao thing, these are the only two dorks that don't have, like, an actual stage associated with them. Which, kind of crazy, considering that, like, you know... just kind of crazy, considering that, you know, everyone else gets one. I mean... You know, Corazon gets one... And as we just saw, got one beforehand, but like now we get and Ascal getting one together, which kind of seems to be a shame because this seems like a really cool aesthetic you could build a level from. Like I get the feeling maybe this was like unintentional and just kind of cut content at some point. Like maybe there was supposed to be a level for Ascal to do this, where like there's just rooms full of rocks, but maybe there just wasn't time for it. Can I block these? Oh, I can. Sweet. Hey, Ascal, you wanna hit me with a couple? No? Wanna have really terrible aim? He knows that if he aimed correctly at me, he'd be done for, so he's just not gonna do it. Like that, idiot. You noticed there, I also accidentally went for the wrong person first. I went after Ascal instead of but it still worked up.
You think I don't know
worked
that?
out.
Of course I do. Thought I could stick by her until it all made sense again, but having Bacchanao eat the moon, that's just nuts. Murga was supposed to give a voice to us outsiders from all over the world.
True.
Instead, she's just gonna destroy everything.
Oh, well, okay then, that's good. I mean,
Typical child going, yippee!
Now you've turned traitor again, so actually, doubly bad?
Yeah, I chose the wrong side, I admit.
Alright, Ascal does kind of seem like he's monologuing at this point because Mila can't give a adult response.
Now, and she's not in the mood for visitors.
Hey, I mean, look at the background of this place. This place absolutely looks like it was supposed to have a much greater significance.
Yeah, right. This is just a bunch of bottles with colors in them. Where's the gears, the screws, the 4-channel 5-volt relay modules?
Typical physics and engineering student, discarding the chemists.
The physical and natural world through observation and experimentation. You really do science too.
Yeah, if only it was that easy just to say the one line and all scientists became friends.
Could be friends? I'm not sure I got all that, but do you mean like how your robots are your friends? Wait, are your robots your only friends?
Which, to be fair, this is how chemists approach biologists too.
Those other guys. And this guy here.
Gee, thanks.
And Murga. Murga said she'd take me to space, and that we can meet all sorts of friends. Space friends.
Oh, cool. Murga also manipulates a child,
Jerk faces.
just like Serpentine.
I'm sorry to hear that. But, maybe I could be your friend.
Really? You mean it? Wow, I've never had a friend who scienced as well. This is gonna be so great!
So, I set up a kind of lab back the other way. Maybe you two could take it easy over there while we take care of Murga.
Well, yeah, he
Where did he go?
didn't even have to tell him twice. I am interested. Does that dialogue apply? Are they gonna be here? No? They're just... No? Okay, Oz not setting up camp back here. I mean, probably for the better. Murka would probably just, like, kill him instantly on sight, but it'd be kind of cool detail if, like, you know, maybe he was heading the shop, because that's where Mila told him to hang out, and it's like, wow, there's all this cool science stuff here. Oh, do you need me to hand you something? I'll do that. That's no problem. But yes, continues the long tradition of, the more physical your science feels, the closer it feels connected to physics, the more you shit on the fields that are in fact further away from physics. I hesitate to think of what what fields the biologists think of as fake science. Because, I mean, come on, when you're doing biology, you're not even exposing yourself to chemicals that could, like, blow up in your face instantly. You're mostly just exposing yourself to chemicals that, like, could cause long-term chronic health effects or, not even hazardous whatsoever. Ew! And what, all these don't tell me about how there's a chance you're gonna get sick from all the, the pathogens you're working with, or, like, some big deadly disease. I would rather, in fact, you keep your deadly conditions, your deadly science work conditions to yourself at work, and not have a chance of spreading it back to me. Thank you very much. Besides, all those hazards can just be killed with a simple vat of alcohol. In chemistry, sometimes a simple vat of alcohol causes a big problem to occur. Well, that can also be assumed for many walks of life. Usually, big amounts of alcohol cause big amounts of problems to occur. Alright, anyways, this bit has run dry. Just like the well of things I have to say. I guess on the... Okay, cool. Too many things to reflect. Mila's shield does not feel reliable. I hate to say it. Like, there are a good number of times where I've tried to use it and it's kind of let me down. And maybe that's contributing to why I don't use it all that much. Like, it struggles to deal with many projectiles just being fired too rapidly. And, like, while I get it, they don't want to make it so that any projectile is just trivialized, or any stream of them is trivialized. It does feel a little... It has the side effect of feeling pretty inconsistent whenever you're trying to use it then. Makes you just want to rely on, old reliable big block attack. That extended the grass, like, frame instantly. That was weird looking. And I'm out of here. I did. I don't think I... Did I mention this? I don't remember if I mentioned this during the Mega Man stream yesterday. It would have probably been more appropriate to do then, but memory being what it is. I did actually play, in the Discord the other day a ROM hack of Mega Man 1 called Polygirl's Adventure, which the reason I didn't end up playing it on stream was, well, I had downloaded this a while ago, and then I kind of later looked at like the PDF manual that came with the game, and saw, oh, that's generative AI art. That's generative AI art in my in this manual that I downloaded. Kind of stinky. I don't feel like promoting a game that rests on those assets on my channel. So in fact I didn't. I just decided, well, fuck it, I already downloaded it. Let's fuck around with it in Discord. Maybe we can have a good laugh if it's not that good. And yeah, no, it was in fact not that good. So for one thing, it just adopts the like, ooh, so retro kind of gimmick, and all of its stages are just like trying to redevelop like games, or all the stages are basically themed around like a different like classic arcade game, or Atari game or whatever have you. Like there was a Dig Dug level, there was a Pac-Man level, there's a Donkey Kong level, etc., etc. You get the picture. And like, yeah, the stage design, like, for one, that's already kind of like, okay, this is a little bit on the side of no original ideas, huh? Kind of a bit stale. And then there was also the level design problems. There were shit like the Donkey Kong stage was really, really, like, evil in its platforming design. Like, it had several 4-wide jumps to actually make, so you had to, you know, inch your way across to try to actually jump across it. Then there was, and let's see, there was also, like, later on, like, right before the boss gate in that stage, there was, it's hard to describe this with words, but like there were jumps that like they were only 3 wide across, but like they had a dip in the ceiling such that like if you did just a standard Mega Man full jump, your head would get caught on the dip or the opening in the ceiling, and you would no longer make the 3 wide jump. So you kind of like had to just barely hold back on your jump, so that way you could actually make it all the way across. So you had to do like just shy of a full hop essentially to get across. That's right at the end of the fucking stage too. After several 4 wides in that stage, so that sucked. That was not very good. Yeah, your instincts and my instincts were both right there, Scorebar. I had a feeling it was gonna be stinky after looking at the manual like that, and yeah, it definitely was. So let's see, there was that problem in the Donkey Kong stage. There was a couple instances of like, these disappearing bricks I made were too hard, so we're just gonna respawn you at a checkpoint right next to a 1-up, which is like, okay, better than not giving me any solution for your section being too difficult, but also like maybe just design your section differently, so that way you don't have to just cheaply give me an extra life every time I die at it. How about that? That sounds like a good idea. Stuff like that. Oh, and also, easily the most disappointing part, all the bosses had, yeah, decent sprite work replacing things, or, you know, making, you know, say, Bomberman into Bombman, or Donkey Kong into Gutsman, but, like, none of the bosses were actually any different. They were just flat out the same copy and pasted, you know, AI, so, like, there was nothing unique about that. And like, I get that it was a hack of Mega Man 1, but also like it was pretty damn apparent that like there were no additional gimmicks, there's nothing new to offer really. In fact, it was usually if you just go to a stage, like, you know, go to the guy who's normally Iceman. Oh look, there are ice physics and there's Yoku blocks here. Go to the guy who's normally Fireman. Oh look, there's the that guy's getting juggled. There's the fucking fire bars happening, you know, stuff like that. It was very, like, very by the numbers. So yeah, the low effort signal from the AI was very much on point for that. It's unfortunate. So, I don't know. Overall, it was like... It wasn't the shittiest thing I've ever played. I would still say I hated playing X7 more, but like... I mean, I don't know. At least with X7, you could argue that maybe Capcom tried, and at the very least, they didn't have access to generative AI tools back then, so that was just a shitty game on its own merits. This was, like, just bad on many different fronts. Glad I did not play it on stream. So if you see Polygirl's Adventure, don't try it out. This has been a PSA. It was also weird too, because like the zip file that it came in had like, not only did it have like the ROM executable for the game in it, it also had the like Lunar IPS file for it. So if you wanted to patch Mega Man 1 yourself to make it, you could. Why? I don't know. There was like weird, it was just like a weird redundancy to have kind of baked into the file you're distributing to people. IDK. Hey Corey, what's up?
And here comes the cavalry. Murga was pretty adamant nobody get past this point. So unless you want a spanking, I'd say turn around and don't come back.
Spanking?
Pretty please.
Dare you?
With another pretty please on top. Well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, you didn't even give her a chance to
Looks like
respond to
we
me,
got
though.
ourselves
She
a
might have said
win.
yes.
Pucker factor 10.
What the hell does pucker factor 10 mean? I don't think you've ever said that once. Wait a minute, that's right. I'm Mila. I should actually try reflecting her bullshit. Yeah, take that, Corey. Your bullets are mildly harmful to you. Can I get my controls back? Okay, there we go. The game is gaming again. Oh, this is actually convenient. Mila doesn't really have to aim so much as she does just have to, like, pull up her damn green brick. Nice. Good job, Corey. Your gun is good for everybody else, but not Mila. Oh yeah, and plus now we're not playing as Carol. We get to actually have the victory theme when we kick your ass. Yeah, take that, Carol sister. Oh God, Carol, you didn't hear that, did you?
This is probably not the best time, but pretty.
You can do what you want. I'm done. If you see Murga, tell her I quit.
Thank you, Corey. Come on, Carol. We got a moon to save. You guys go on ahead. My sister and I need to talk.
Yeah, you didn't really do that in your story. Oh, Carol. If only her writing had a little bit more time in the oven. Alright, Inversion Dynamo. Man, we are making great time tonight. Well, hold on. I'm also calculating the fact that, okay, we still have a long Murga fight. This is a long-ass stage to do. Getting to Serpentine. Then we have the final stage to do as well, the final boss. Alright, yeah, I think we're on time for a typical 2-hour stream tonight. The ending of Bakunawa always takes longer than, for some reason, I remember it taking every single time I play the game. For some reason, I always feel like by the time I get to Inversion Dynamo, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like basically done now. I think it's, you know what it is? It's because Clockwork Arboretum engages the Mega Man side of my brain, where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing the 8 challenges that are reusing the 8 gimmicks from all of the stages beforehand. That means I basically just did the robot refights, and I'm done with the game, and I'm off to fight Sigma. When actually, no, that's not the case. That's not what's happening. There's in fact like a whole 3 extra levels still left in the game. The Mega Man formula is, it's not the game you're playing, Crash. It does not apply. And you still have just more game to play. Not a bad thing, just something to keep in mind. Hold on, I would like that health because I have maybe injured myself by some sloppy play. Like that, alright. Alright, and take me over to my fateful encounter with Serpentine.
Good evening, loathsome vermin. This ship is now under the command of General.
Why would you make this announcement outside of your big battle mech?
My former allies, but in light of my desire to leave this wretched planet, the moon harvesting will proceed as planned.
That's a relief. Now we don't have to play betrayal musical chairs. I was getting super confused.
He still intends to blow up the moon. This is not an improvement.
Hey, but wait a minute, they didn't
Plan.
learn about
We need to stop Bakunawa,
your
no matter
betrayal.
who's in charge.
Okay. Well, a little less dramatic than I was hoping for. I guess it is actually during the fight that Lilac canonically learns about the whole, oh my god, Mila is from the other planet. This could never have happened. Oh shit, you're invincible during that? That's actually kind of nice. I was totally expecting to get swiped by the laser there. These cannons just clutter things up with so much spam. They're not quite my most hated enemy, but they're kind of up there, honestly. Wait a minute, I can just do this. Eat that, morons. It's a way more efficient way of dealing with them than actually fighting them. What was I thinking? Wait, I'm low on health. I need that. You know, I actually did that thing that I would say I would do multiple times. I actually listened to this game's OST a lot more in its entirety instead of just listening to Shade Armory over and over again. And I gotta say, this is one of the better tracks in the game as well. I really like the very strong orchestra hits that kind of make up the main medley or melody of this track. Helps make for a very action-packed, maybe not final scene, but you know, a scene where you have to go and deal with a fairly dire situation, all things considered. Anything else here besides health? No, it's just health up here? Okay, then I don't need to be here. Mila's range is very much appreciated in this kind of stage where you have all those stupid bullet-spitting enemies. Those things that replace the fire lifts. That's not it. Go this way. Actually, I would like that. Gimme. Okay, there we go. You know, I wasn't thinking it at first, but I think so far, actually, I've definitely come to put Mila above Lilac in terms of my favorite characters to play. Just the fact that she gets, again, so much more airtime and maneuverability is really a nice benefit. Lilac unfortunately suffers from the fact that she doesn't have a whole lot of... She doesn't have hops. It makes her a lot less... what's the word? She's a lot less flexible when it comes to actually approaching challenges, because all she ends up having is a good speed boost, but like, Carol and Mila also have ways of boosting their speed. And I mean, it's not like Lilac has completely no way of boosting her vertical position, but, you know, Cyclone is a little bit slow, and, you know, the Dragon Rush only recharges every so often, so like, yeah, actually, Mila really has it going on. Thunderstorm going on, room flash with light. Yeah, I mean, I guess it must be close by then. I mean, you know, unless you're living in a wooden shack, I don't know, it could be real. I don't know your situation. You're probably alright. Houses have a pretty good sense of, housing apartments have a pretty good sense of grounding, and, aren't gonna electrocute you. I'm pretty sure even the Mythbusters showed many decades ago at this point that, like, you know, you can't even really electrocute yourself in the shower with, you know, modern housing standards. Only if somebody, like, really poorly wired your living situation could that even be possible, so. But, you know, if your internet goes out, I understand. Personally, I love the aesthetics of a big thunderstorm. There's very little more satisfying than nature, you know, going all out with very dramatic booms and a deluge of rain. Which way did I come from? Let's go this way. No, that's not the way. Oh, wait, this is the way. Alright, here we go. Through here. Oh, wait, hold on. I want the extra thing. Go. I also, it probably helps that I don't own a car for why I like this, but I also do, I like hail as a weather event. Hail is a very, I think I like it just because it's rare and unusual. I don't really get to see it often in the places I've lived. And when it does happen, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's neat. There are solid balls of ice raining from the sky. That does not happen very often, and it's just kind of, it's one of those, like, marvels of nature type things, where it's like, wow, how the hell did these big, you know, these big dense rocks, essentially, come from the sky? You know, the place that it's, like, all gas? Feels kind of strange. I mean, I understand how scientifically it happens. It's about, like, little pieces of debris collecting... Oh, that was an interesting look. Providing nucleation sites for water vapor to freeze, and then eventually it gets heavy enough and the air carries it down, and that's how it goes, but... It's still very interesting. I feel like I've kind of glitched my way through these... same area. Doesn't seem like I can do it again. Okay. So where am I going? Other side of this, and go here, and then go this way. All right, and we're out. Hi, Serpentine. Time for our big betrayal dialogue.
War dog.
And all of the girls get to be here for the big reveal.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you! Do you see any other traitors around here?
Well, honestly, I didn't think you'd make it this far.
Oh, what a surprise! Betrayed by the very pup I trusted to betray her friends. Ha! Too bad for you. I have prepared for every contingency. In this game of chess, I hold all the cards.
Talking like
That's
Wheatley.
not how you...
This dog is a traitor to you by birthright. It doesn't matter if she refuses to fight for me. After all, we hail from the same planet. The homeland of the magnificent Lord
You got a
Brevin.
name for that
Brevin?
homeland you want to drop? Or?
Mila?
Mila, is this true?
Of course! We even made a deal for her to go home in exchange for slaughtering the lot of you!
No! I mean, I guess it's true about me not being from this planet. And I'm not a traitor. I'm not a monster.
You're just a double crosser.
I already know.
No, you're not. You're my friend, and you're wonderful.
That's right. Whatever the opposite of a monster is, that's what you are.
And you really thought this was gonna work, Serpentine. This is what happens when you have no friends. You don't know how friendships work.
Four of a kind! Checkmate! Syntax! Resonance link!
Mila!
Oh, that's different.
We need to stop that resonance link!
I can't stop it!
That is very different.
Get away! No! No!
You will be reborn into a proper war dog.
This is just not entirely not in the other plots.
Lord Brevin. You'll be a mindless weapon, just like Mommy and Daddy. And the very first thing you're going to do is kill your friends.
Oh no, she had the power to do this at any time, but chose not to do so until now.
Or I beat you up and take out the resonance link.
Syntax, protect me!
Coward. Nope, wait, Mila, stop digging. Why do you have that as an option? It's not useful in this game. Oh, wait a minute, that's right. I can go grab, like, a shitload of blocks for free. Let me go get those. Oh, Serpentine, I'm so aggressive towards you. I'm not really even gonna bother trying to reflect those with Mila's shield. I get a distinct feeling that maybe the giant laser beams are non-reflectable. You know, the beams that are like bigger than my body. Just a hunch. Oh, but Serpentine definitely starts shooting like directly at me though. That's gonna end super well for you, bro. Like you have no idea. Could you, like, have better aim, please? Oh, your robot body gets in the way. How unfortunate. Easy.
Can't be! With the power of Syntax, I should be invincible!
Yeah, Syntax didn't really save you the first game. It's not going to save you the second game.
Curse you! Well, no matter. With Code Black installed,
The 8-year-old has learned to stand up to the adult's bullying tactics. It's over.
Then we'll see who has the last No! No! What happened?
A bold move, General. But the will of Bakunawa has been restored. You have 10 seconds to leave.
Gotta go! I had all the
That felt good. That felt really good. Look out, world! There's a new Mila in town!
Mila, that was amazing! We saw the whole thing! You kicked butt, girl!
Indeed.
Yeah.
I have never
Girl
seen
power.
you fight as fiercely as you did today. You have both our gratitude and my deepest respect.
Wow, to hear that
Thanks,
from Nira.
guys.
That's high
But I
praise.
couldn't have broken free without your help. You're my
Hey,
friends.
Carol's got to say a
You're
line
my
now.
real strength.
Carol doesn't get to say a line. It's bullshit. Let my girl Carol say something like, "Yeah, you're like super rad and totally awesome. I wanna, I wanna do karate with you," or something like that. That sounds kind of Carol-like. Give me some of that. All right, now time for my least favorite level. Oh well, this level doesn't get better on replays for me. Just makes me feel frustrated the more often I play it. I get the gimmick now of don't touch the floor. The floor is lava half the time, or touch the, not don't touch the floor. It's don't touch the glowing parts, because then everything becomes lava. But like, just not for me. Oh, okay. I'm also noticing the way they prevent you from doing infinity jumps with very well-timed cubes is that if you fire one in the air and then dodge for one, you get a smaller cube afterwards. That's how they prevent you from just going crazy with it. Oh, but still, yeah, it works here. Finally, a character who can just very freely navigate the low grav bubble sections. Also, the fact that Mila can just break those stupid jellyfish dudes in like one hit, no trouble, no weird bouncing off of them at all. Oh, it's so satisfying. Can I please stop bouncing into the walls? I would like to walk on the floors just for 10 seconds, please. Alright, give me these things. Let me shoot everyone down. That was okay. That was dumb. That was just me being an idiot, jumping right into things. I'll take 4 cubes. That sounds good. I was kind of mentioning a little bit yesterday that I was playing Extreme 1 more in my off time as well. And I think I know I said on stream, it's like, oh, you know, this game's not really essential play. There's nothing super special here. It's not that great of a game. I'd give it maybe like something 7 out of 10 or something like that, actually. I've actually kind of come further around, and I'm actually going to dare say that this game is actually awesome. It's shockingly fun to just go fast in casually. Like, the 100% speedrun for that game is like 30 minutes long. But like, even I, kind of an untrained doofus, have gotten like a best time so far of like around 56 minutes so far. Like, a Mega Man X game you can 100% in under an hour is actually like kind of shockingly good, or shockingly rare. And you know, maybe part of it is owed to the fact that, like, the game is a little bit derivative of, you know, pre-existing content. But, like, the fact that, you know, you can rip through it so quickly makes a pretty satisfying experience. And, like, the little tweaks to each level to kind of make it a quicker experience, you know, help with that. You know, like, there's just kind of less waiting and less bullshit to deal with in, you know, certain stages. Like, it's very nice, for example, that the Storm Eagle stage is like kind of abbreviated, and like you don't have to do so many like petty fights with like a bunch of those like cannon flamethrower enemies. You only have like a couple of them that you have to bother with. You can absolutely get through the stage much faster. And I just really like the weapon redesigns in Extreme 1. A lot of cases, like, they're much more balanced. Or in the case of Shotgun Ice, they're, like, way more broken. I mean, I guess I say they're more balanced, but, like, it's absolutely the case that so many of them just do a lot of damage. At least in their charged forms. And then there's also the fact that, like, Charged Shotgun Ice is, like, ludicrously strong. Like, it has kind of no right having as much power as it does, except for the fact that, well, yeah, it's kind of a weird, slow projectile, you know? Like, it kind of actually deserves to have a ton of, like, ludicrously strong killing power, but the fact that it actually bounces around now, like, you know, air hockey, unlike in X1, is, like, really nice. Because then it actually, you know, is much easier to use against a lot of enemies in more situations. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, it crashed into the wall once, so there's nothing else to gain from this, you know? Like, there are many places where, like, you can just release a Charged Shotgun Ice, follow it down a hallway, and it sweeps everything out for you. It's quite nice. Also, the fact that Shotgun Ice actually tends to hit at least one or two other bullets when you shoot somebody with it makes it so that Shotgun Ice doesn't feel like this really weirdly limp projectile that does less than a charge shot. It's quite good. I think I would boost my ranking of Extreme 1 to at least a 7.5, maybe an 8. I've come to really enjoy it. All right, hi Murga. Time to make my heartfelt plea. You wouldn't say no to a child, would you?
No more death today, Murga.
Look at my cute puppy dog eyes.
This planet should
Don't look at him.
Suffer for the sins of my people.
Hollow words from a boy who grew up in a palace built on those sins.
I know that the Earth Dragons, my people, had enslaved your own. I know of the accidental test fire of Bakunawa's mining laser, killing thousands of water dragons in the blink of an eye. All these events and more were excised from history by Earth Dragon hands.
They sure were.
I apologize for my complicity through ignorance.
You think that a mere apology can erase our suffering?
No.
I mean, it kind of worked for Ascal. You let him fight with you, so like,
Tell the world what really happened, and venerate the water dragon's struggle against my people's tyranny. Everyone will know what the Earth Dragons have done. Please, let this world live.
To be remembered as slaves who rebelled against their masters and lost? Or the monsters that killed the world? What choice do I really have as the one final breath of the water dragons?
Something looking for my honor.
Murga, stop! We can't let you do this!
I am a weapon aimed at the heart of the Earth Dragons, and I will execute my task.
Well, alright. Mila doesn't get to say any
Your
hard shit, but
suffering
that's
will be
fair
a
enough.
Masterpiece. Blue Moon!
Mila is not the most wordy of wordsmiths. Can I block these? Oh, I can block these. I kind of didn't expect that to work. I expect that to be like a big, spiky, piercing projectile. And not like it really does a whole lot, but, you know, the option's there. It's defense.
Blood Moon!
Alright, the easiest phase. Oh, that can't be shielded. That's a shame. I mean, I guess it isn't a projectile. It's a big stream. Now, those look like they can be shielded, but it's not super reliable. Well, I can shield all these. Alright, well, I got hit there way more than I should have because I was toying around. I wanted to reflect some stuff back at her. Not the best of ideas. Shouldn't just be toying around with Murga. Okay, those don't reflect, but they do just not hurt me? Wow, okay, that's actually really strong considering that this phase, like, really tests your positioning normally. That's, like, kind of almost broken, how good that is. I mean, you still have to actually aim at the daggers coming at your way, but like, that's really good. Yump. Right over her shit.
Eclipse.
Okay, one of the normally more pain in the ass phases, but I think because I have a little bit of range I can cover, I don't really have to be right next to her all the time. Mila actually should have a fairly, well, maybe not easy, but like at least more leeway dealing with this. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mila doesn't have to approach in the same way that everybody else does. She can actually keep some space. There we go. And Lilith, being the easiest phase, happening to be the last one this time around. Okay, Murga, I will just... I'm just gonna block blast my way through your shit every single time. I'm gonna break your guard, like, instantly. How do you feel about this? Okay, nope, can't reflect those. That makes sense. Slow dog. Struggles to get away from big wind tunnel. But aggressive plays win the day. Alright, now time for... I think I remember this was a little bit tough for Mila to do.
Not over yet.
But again, hopefully the extra range I have on her should assist things. Of course, I have to just not bonk into her like a moron. Ooh, having some vertical leeway, though, does help get around some of her bullshit. I could do that? I haven't done that the entire game. I could do that? I can make the big brick shield like in the original game? I mean, I don't know how useful it is, but I could... Okay. Next time I get a chance, I'm gonna have to fuck with that and just see what it does. Not a good time for this. Gonna come dashing at me. Okay, she's definitely far enough, I think. Oh, nope. Gonna close the distance this way. Alright, yeah, no, definitely struggling to do this as Mila. I think this might be GG. Yeah. Alright, as usual, you have to do this phase twice. Well, I took some stupid damage early on. I can improve a little bit. Come on, charge at me. Okay. Mila being fairly slow does definitely work to her detriment in this fight in particular. Like, especially against this knife attack, like, there's really not much, not many options for Mila. She can't... Going vertical only saves her so much. She can't circle around the knives like Lilac can do. She doesn't have big bursts of speed like Carol does with jump discs. It's a little tough. Yep, nope. There we go. Snipe.
No! The Earth Dragons must suffer! The Water Dragons will have justice! I will have my revenge!
Parameters met. Initiating playback.
What parameters are those? I don't know. Blood being spilled?
I pray that you'll hear these words somehow, because I know that this isn't all.
I remember
we'd
plugging
hoped
in
for.
all 15 artifacts
I'm
into
so
Pangu, so...
sorry. What Marie, I wish I could be there with you right now. We had but I hope that no matter what happens, you'll find your own happiness.
No, there has to be more. There has to be something else. Play it again! Bring her back! Bring her back! Please. Please, I just want to see her one more time. Please.
You're more than just a weapon, Murga. You had someone who accepted you
Ah,
for who you
okay,
are.
that's how we're tying it back into Mila's story.
Syntax! I thought we blasted her
Just
off
get
the
down
ship
with
along
it, Virgo.
Serpentine.
Yeah.
Version 2 initiated. Termination protocols initiated. Moon harvesting to commence as scheduled.
Get jiggy with it.
Something's coming this way. How many times are we
Cut it
gonna
up a
have
rug.
to save the moon before it stays saved?
About
Keep
4
up your
times,
spirits,
Carol.
Wildcat. Let us put a stop to this.
Go. I won't resist. I have much to think about.
Alright, well, 1 death. That seems to be par for the course during stream. I don't know why I can't seem to ever pull off a first try on Murga on stream. I do it in the battles. I've done it on the Battlesphere off stream fairly easily, but whatever. The pressure, I guess, must get to me. Oh, don't catch me in a block. That would be so crazy. It'd be so silly. Actually, wait. So yeah, how did I do that before? I had this out, and then I... Huh. Okay. Interesting. There's no, Okay, hold on. I have to do this in a place where I actually have cover, so that way Syntax isn't, you know, yelling at me the whole time. Find some cover real quick. Where is it? Okay. So wait, if I hold up the Q or the shield, that is the first melee shield burst. Okay, so that's X then. Q blaster, and then it's normal. I'm just looking at my controls. Be like, does this tell me jump, melee, shield, Q? Okay, no. So there isn't actually the dodge button on there. That's interesting. That is a unique condition of the game not actually telling you of an ability that you have. Huh. So you can just... So if you hold the shield and you... Hold on. Okay, you have to dodge first, hold the shield so you have a cube, then dodge again, then you can get the original shield from the first game. Neat. Or actually, can you do anything with it besides just fire out all one big burst? No, you just automatically fire that big burst. Okay. Practically not very useful, but interesting nonetheless. I mean, unless there's some aspect to it where it's like, oh, you can actually shield stronger projectiles or nothing's going to get through this. That would be pretty cool if true, but, you know, having discovered it now, I don't think I'm going to have much opportunity to do stuff with it and experiment with it. Yeah, Syntax, get mad, whatever. What are you gonna do, send an instant death attack after me? I don't think so. So long. No, please don't lose this somehow. I feel like there's sometimes where Syntax loses you like way too easily. Like how did it just lose focus on me there? But then I also feel like there's sometimes where Syntax like will not get off your ass no matter what. So IDK. Alright, I should probably go high because Syntax isn't gonna give me any warnings anymore. Alright, as Mila not having the greatest of mobility and speeds, maybe screwing her over a little bit in this level. This challenge is not really built for her. Ow. God, I hate those things. I just pushed that guy through a wall. I guess a consequence of this game not seeming to have crushing damage. Fail. Fail. Alright, there we go. Alright, I wonder how well Mila's going to fare against the... against the super boss. I think that's definitely... I think it's going to depend a lot on how many... Well, as usual, how many projectiles does Mila get to reflect with her shield? If it's not many, then this will probably be a problem. If it is many, then there's a good number of phases that actually you could, you know, exploit pretty well. Like, I mean, this is the one that's literally story meant for Mila to do good stuff against, so that one probably works. I imagine the knives is probably a no. Just a hunch. Oh, I feel like I should have gotten hit there, but I guess I hit the dodge button at just the right time. Alright, it's gonna regen HP. This feels like a good time to use that shield. Okay, because that allows me to counterattack after reflecting a lot easier, because I don't have to press any combination of buttons. I can just let go and bam, the big cube shield, cube attack comes out.
Guys, I don't think this is working. The creature is regenerating faster than we can damage it. We need to overload the system. Hit it as hard as you can.
Yeah, smack it harder. That'll surely work. And apparently it does.
That works.
Murga?
I started this. It's only right that I end it as well.
All right, girls. Let's finish this.
Still don't know what the hell this robot is. God, I wasn't ready. I knew it was my phase coming up, but I didn't have a cube anymore. Can't have shit on the Bakunawa. They take away all your cubes. Oh, Revan, don't want to see this guy again. Just gonna let Murga take care of that. I'm just gonna let Carol take care of this one. A lot easier just to dodge around these knives if I don't actually go for the fight. Just let Brevin take his big swipes. Wow, it turns out this fight isn't actually too bad if you just approach it intelligently. What a concept. Thanks, Carol. Little baby gets carried.
Central command core offline. Engines offline. Escape pods offline. Distress beacon active. Planetary command in 5 minutes.
We have to leave. It's not safe here. I'm going ahead to get Corey. Good luck. Be careful.
Murga, move!
There's no point. Leave me.
No! Come with us! We'll find a point! Just stop!
No, you don't. And so concludes another playthrough of Freedom Planet 2. That time I didn't even have to get impaled by the final boss. I say things are looking up Millhouse. Still love its stupid gaping maw as it falls down back to Avalos.
By the collective efforts of our
It's just
three
like,
kingdoms,
oh, he stepped on a Lego.
the threat of Bakunawa has come to an end. Yet as the moon we defended so passionately fades into the horizon, I cannot help but dwell on the unsettling truth that has been revealed to us.
Yeah, kind of dead seahorse. And like all dead seahorses, out comes the sack of everybody, all of its children that it's trying to birth. I don't think that's how seahorses work.
Conspiracy to silence.
Even though they lay multiple kids at once.
Will an act of forgiveness lead to peaceful resolution?
I don't think they die
Or
typically.
will it buckle under the weight of those unwilling to change? Perhaps there is no perfect answer. Nevertheless, I feel it is my duty to pursue an outcome that I believe would break the cycle of conflict that has consumed our world for generations.
True.
The atrocities of our past should
As a
never
leader,
be
you have these kinds of responsibilities.
Neither
In fact,
should they be repeated.
leaders, get this, should lead. And if they don't lead, it means your system and society is broken.
Under regular circumstances, our laws would pronounce your deeds to be acts of war, and in the former sergeant's case, treason. Such crimes would be punishable by life in prison, or even death.
Oh, don't worry, we're your science friend now. We
These
would
are
never let
not
that happen to you.
regular circumstances. In light of certain facts that have been brought to light, the severity of your punishments will be reduced. I hereby sentence the four of you to 6 months of community service. You will remain in Shangtu for the duration of your sentence, to clean up the mess caused by your callous disregard for our property.
And you'd better do a good job. Those fossils in the museum.
You know,
ain't gonna
Gong, you
rebuild
can keep it
themselves,
for
though.
yourself. You didn't exactly do a hell of a lot during this game.
Captain Kalau will do as the hammer of justice wills.
I mean, you at least
Well, on the
did
bright side,
something during the previous
Guess you
game.
get to see me more often, sis.
Here, it's like,
As
well, you
for
mostly
your
just sat
ring,
around and followed us.
We have found neither hide nor tail of murder.
He escaped
in
us,
Bakunawa's wreckage.
with us that one time.
We would have offered her clemency in the same manner as you, but I strongly suspect she would not have cared for an Earth Dragon's ruling. And now I declare this ruling to be concluded. General Gong will hand out your assignments. Nira, may I have a private word with you and your
Oh, hey,
friends?
Proto. About the tail end, even if you were lurking earlier. I appreciate that still. I know you're busy
Hasn't
doing
woken up
stuff.
yet. She's strong though, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's up and about in a day or so.
Yeah, no, this
That
was
is good to hear.
pretty satisfying.
And thank All of you.
Fairly standard
Once
end game.
again,
You
the
know,
day is saved
dying to
thanks to
Murga. I
your
have to die to
efforts.
Murga once, but getting through the final stage and actually taking on the final boss without dying once was welcome
However,
improvement.
would I have survived without your apt tutelage?
And I've learned somewhere towards the end that apparently you can just summon the Freedom Planet 1 version of the
There
shield
is something
by
else.
if you
Now
first
that
have a
we are
cube,
aware of the full
and then you
facts
put up the
behind my
shield,
people's
and then you
rule
press
by
the
the
dodge
force of
button
power,
again. Your
it would
controls,
be disgraceful
little
to
control
continue
thing
as
in the
if
bottom
nothing
left
has
corner
changed.
doesn't tell you that you can do this.
Which is
But
why
that
I'm
brings back
stepping
the
down as
big
leader
cube
of
shield that
Shang-Chi.
Mila used to hold in Freedom Planet 1. And then
No,
when you
Magister,
release
you
it,
can't.
that also
I
releases
must.
the big blast.
If change is
And
to happen,
it's good for,
then it
you know,
has to come from
actually
within.
having the reflective ability and then the
We will
instant
take a
cube
page from our
detonation as
neighboring
well.
city and appoint a new leader through
I wish
free
I had found that
elections.
earlier.
In the meantime, a
is
regent
neat
must
that
be
there is a secret
appointed to oversee the proceedings are fair and just.
You know, Mila got all of
I was hoping
the
that you
extra
would
Easter
fulfill that
eggs
role,
and
Mira.
cute little things to do.
Me?
A lot of, I think,
What? I mean,
Mila's
it makes a lot of
controls got the
sense.
most
Who's more
development
honorable
of anybody.
person, you know, who'd protect and defend
Easily a dev
Shang-Chi at all
favorite.
costs? Yeah, and we have the freeze burns and jail time to prove it. Seriously, though, innocent until proven guilty next time.
I would be honored, but surely there are others just as loyal.
Perhaps.
Also enjoyed the
But none
fact
of
that
them
Mila
would
just
probably
has
welcome a centurion on a spaceship that was about to eat
a
them.
decent amount of unique
is both a
writing
rare
going for
sentence
her.
and a
Not
cheat.
all of it is a home run.
It would
I
be
mean,
my
her
honor to
writing,
accept this duty. I will
like,
not
you know,
fail
in
our
telling
people,
in
nor
telling
leave our
Murgo,
lands
like, no, don't do
undefended.
this. You don't have to. It's
Excellent.
very just kind of
And I
generic.
pronounce you
Um,
Regent Nira Lee of
but
Shang-Chi.
I think she has overall really good interactions with the characters, and has good unique interactions with, you know, like Serpentine. You know, that's kind of like meant to be her unique character she interacts with, like how Corey was meant to be
There's still so
the
much
unique
history
character
lost
for
and
Carol,
hidden away
but
by
that
the
kind of
Earth
fell through a little bit. At least Carol got to interact with Spade a little bit more uniquely, but you know that didn't last for too long in the game.
Get some
So.
rest.
Yeah, I liked a lot of
prepare what
Mila's
duties lie
unique
ahead
writing
of
quite a
each
bit,
regent.
and definitely helps flesh out her character, especially. Oh, hi, Ah. Good reference to this guy too.
Panda guy was handing out to us
Fat
when
panda
he
guy,
won.
yeah.
You know what he said?
He is kind of a fat and panda and guy.
I said, what do I know about dinosaurs? And he said, you're the science kid, so I'm guessing a lot, but I don't know anything about dinosaurs. I just think they're cool. You gotta help me, please.
Okay, I think I got all that. First of all, let's unpack what you do know about dinosaurs. And from there, we can read up some books on paleontology.
Yay, reading!
Big ones with sharp teeth. Mega awesome Buddysaurus Rex.
Oh dear.
You have a lot to learn. Now you're getting big, well, not puppy dog eyes, but tarsier-eyed.
Later, meet you at the library. Read books about dinosaurs while you wait.
Okie dokie.
Ah caught all that because Ah naturally speaks at that insane pace.
You guys got here a little late. She's gone off to find Murga.
Yup,
Oh,
pulling a lilac.
water dragon's business?
Ah, so she's pulling a Carol. I see.
You guys are never gonna let me live that down.
Completely off topic, you had a haircut
Never.
yesterday, still have hair stuck in your nose. Thankfully that doesn't happen to me when I get a haircut, but I think that's because when I get my haircut, it usually ends up being big
I would presume
chunks
we
of
would
hair
merely
being
have to
cut
weather
off.
some kind of alien invasion,
Not small enough
and she would come
to,
running
you know,
back.
powder eyes and get
Not
stuck
fair.
in my nostrils, my airways. Usually there's like
I
the amount of like a
left maniacally
of a
and
large
declare
rat
my
on
plan
the
to
floor.
conquer the world.
Please do not.
Please do, Mila. I would enjoy that. Yippee! Cleared the game as Mila. Yeah, I'm due for a haircut soon, actually, so I'm gonna probably do that sometime. Maybe over Memorial Day weekend. That feels like a good time for it. Thank you, Amy Smith, for making Mila's voice so cute and iconic. Alright, so yeah, I mean, the overall thoughts of Mila's playthrough. I mean, I already spoke about how I did actually like the unique dialogue and writing that Mila gets. It definitely felt much better than the unique writing that Carol got. It's kind of starting to feel like Carol's dialogue is maybe the most undercooked. I mean, I have to see what Nira's dialogue is like next, but of the three so far, it does kind of feel like Carol did not get enough time in the writer's room to, like, you know, expand outwards. But this isn't about Carol's story. It's about Mila's story. And Mila's story has great writing. And while I was kind of slow to adapt to Mila's just overall, like, slower, let's say default top speed, where, like, she can't, you know, without cube boosting, like, she doesn't move nearly as fast or doesn't move naturally as fast as Lilac, and does not have the motorbike that Carol gets, or the, you know, jump disc that Carol gets as well to instantly boost her speed, or like the rolling down hills tuck and roll Sonic 1 thing that Lilac also gets. I did get eventually used to the fact that, like, okay, I can cube boost to get a little bit more speed, and just the fact that Mila overall has a very easy feeling control scheme, like, in the sense that, like, there's not a lot of things you have to pull off in order to have her feel like a well-controlling character. Like, she feels like you're playing as Yoshi from Yoshi's Island, without, you know, pulling off any of the speed tech. And, like, that's a very comfortable place to be. Like, you have a very flexible flutter jump. You have just some basic, like, you know, a very moderate speed that is solid for platforming. But then you also have really strong attacks, it turns out. Like, Mila is really a powerhouse. Like, definitely I feel like Carol has the higher DPS if you really push it, but practically speaking, like, Mila has such good burst damage that, like, you kind of don't miss the technical DPS loss, especially because, you know, you can't just constantly be up in an enemy's face the entire time without getting your face pushed in yourself. So, like, Mila ends up feeling really good to control and fight against basically every boss and mini-boss. And all of the big tanky enemies that make a pain in the ass, like, you know, those, what are those? Those, like, those things that make lasers that, like, stand around you for a second before, like, sweeping at your location. Getting rid of those robots is way easier. Getting rid of Brevin's green-faced minions, like those assholes on screen, is way easier, too, because of all the burst damage. Also, just the fact that Mila, like, has range on her attacks really makes her stand out. Like, she can take care of those annoying underwater jellyfish enemies, the annoying underwater mine bubble enemies, those stupid lip things that shoot out fire or metal electric shots, depending on if Code Black has been engaged. Also, her reflection abilities come in clutch against a lot of bosses and often lead to very silly moments of bosses offing themselves. It's very good. Yeah, Mila is a very fun combat-centric character to play. It's really nice. So I really enjoyed Mila's story. I think it would definitely, Mila's overall, like, game feel as a character. Hey, Zachy. I think I would probably say that I had more fun as Carol overall, just because I like Carol's really aggressive in-your-face gameplay when it's, like, going, like, perfectly right. Like, when it goes, like, it hits just right, putting up my fingers in, like, two fucking, like, that one reaction image from the Emperor's New Groove. But, like, Mila, also, like, a really solid gameplay experience. I had more fun with her than playing Lilac, to be honest. Yeah, so I like Mila's story quite a bit. Currently ranked second in all the gameplay that I've done, and a very high second at that. Yeah, lots of good ranks this time around, mostly because I knew exactly which stones I wanted to equip early on. I'm like, oh yeah, let me put on the one that makes it so I can't just revive with, like, 1 health after dying, and then give me the other one that's like some other one that just doesn't really come up all that often. I know exactly which 2 stones I want. Bam, S ranks, no problem. Yeah, she's buff pup now. Get it? I think Mila doesn't have the buff plug, which I think is a good thing. But she did say plap plap once, so that maybe wasn't a good thing to include in the script.
Pray that you'll hear these words somehow, because it will mean that you've been freed from your crystal prison.
That was the one fault in Mila's script, that they wrote plap plap into the script, that she said it as, like, some kind of way to, like, squishing something, but it's like, oh, the delivery is just right. It doesn't. I don't like that coming out of a 12-year-old's mouth.
We had so much ahead of us, but I hope that no matter what happens, you'll find your own happiness.
Oh, also, she did make the potion seller meme. I'm the only person who doesn't like the potion seller meme, but it's not a serious loss of points.
But for now, my work isn't over. Not yet. End entry.
Hi, Cordelia. Bye, Cordelia. All right, sweet. Well, next time in 2 weeks, we'll be back again with more Freedom Planet 2, and we'll be able to kick off Nira's story. I have heard that Nira does not have hops, so I hope she better have some extreme strength to back it up. Otherwise, Nira might be a wee bit of a pain in the ass to play. But we'll have to see how it goes when we get there. But yeah, that's basically right on time. We're hitting 2-hour mark right now. I planned this out good. Give myself a pat on the back, Crash. Yes, thank you. Thank you, V. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight then. We'll be back next week. We'll be doing Extreme 2 Zero's playthrough. We'll be getting back to the Community Doom maps. Oh, important. We'll be doing we will be doing Doom on Monday the next week, and we will be doing Mega Man on Tuesday next week because just to accommodate for Chris, his map submissions didn't actually pop up on the wheel when he was available on Tuesdays. He's not available on Tuesdays again, so just as a kindness accommodation, I'm gonna start doing those on Mondays until we get through Chris's maps. Maybe it'll just be next week. Maybe it'll be the rest of the time because that's how the wheel might work. Who knows? But yeah, we'll be swapping Monday, Tuesday. So Monday Doom, Tuesday Mega Man, and then we'll also be doing a Thursday Science React stream next week because I get the distinct feeling, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, that the week afterwards might be a wee bit busy with another third stream. Maybe that Mega Man OC drawing stream might happen during Memorial Day weekend. We'll see. But yeah, so that's the schedule going out for next week. I'll post that soon. Yeah, so basically, if you're watching me, you're not fucking stupid. You're fucking gorgeous, actually. And you know what gorgeous people do? They like the video, and they hype it, and they join the Discord maybe, and share it with like their dog walking best friend who like just needs entertainment on the go while they walk those dogs. You can also follow me on social media if you want. I don't know why you would, especially now that I barely even do anything on there, but occasionally I'll repost something cool. I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. All right, well, happy Terra Tuesdays, everybody, and enjoy your night. I'll see y'all around next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.